Hi there everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here, another episode of Magic 2015. So for today's Friday Night Magic episode, I will be playing with a Simic tempo deck. So this is a deck which basically, it's here to maintain tempo. So basically I've got lots of cards which have a lot of value in them. So for example, I've got something like Frostlinks, while it puts a little kind of 2/2 body on the field, it also taps a creature which doesn't untap during my opponent's next untap step. I've also got things like Whirler-Rogue, which puts other minions on the field and then also allows me to make a creature unblockable. Got things like Will Breaker, where if basically I can... so it looks like we're playing an aggro deck, sorry. Yeah, with Will Breaker, if I can basically, when this is in play, if for example I was to use Frostlinks on a creature, I would actually, what am I going to do here? So I'm going to drop a Forest, and I'm probably going to drop a Welkin Turn here, or do I drop the Elvish Visionary? No, Welkin Turn's probably better so he can keep up with his damage at the moment. So yeah, Will Breaker. If, say for example, I had this on the field and I played a Frostlinks which tapped a creature, I would then actually get control of that creature for as long as I actually still controlled Will Breaker. So it's pretty insane. And we actually got a really good curve going on here. If we can draw into one more mana, we're looking pretty good actually. Okay, Twin Bolt. This is the only creature in the deck which is really vulnerable to Twin Bolt apart from, say, Elvish Visionary. Okay, so we're going to take the damage there, that's fine. And we've also got a Goblin Arsonist coming down, so we're going to take 3 damage this turn from the Majoring Bully. Which is kind of painful, but not the end of the world. Okay, so that's 3 damage taken. Whirler-Rogue won't come fast enough. Okay, let's play... Don't really want to play Simic, or do I want to play Simic Guildgate here? May as well play it now and then play the Elvish Visionary this turn. So I'm probably going to carry on taking a little bit of aggression for the next couple of turns, but I think we can ride it out. See what we get. Oh, Outland Colossus. It's like this game loves me. It loves me right now. I haven't play tested this deck a lot, and it's not 100% complete yet, like most of my Friday Night Magic decks, so I'm still missing cards. I've got about 20 packs to open still, so I'm hoping to grind out a ton of gold this weekend and get most of them opened for the Tuesday episode, which for this week will actually be a... what's the one I'm looking for? It's actually going to be... My brain's gone totally fuzzy here. So I can't block that one. Do I block that one? So I'm going to take 3 damage. I'm going to skip blocking for now. Take the damage, which is fine. So we just got to outlast this. As soon as we get something like Outland Colossus down, we're going to be looking grand. So... Gonna weather the storm here. So do I play Whirler-Rogue or do I play Frostlinks? I'm thinking Whirler-Rogue just because it's going to get more bodies in play, and Frostlinks I'd rather say for later to actually kind of maybe synergize with the Will Breaker. So I'm probably going to skip blocking, and then we're going to play the Whirler-Rogue. We're going to get 3 bodies down, which is good against weathering this aggression. And so as soon as you get something like Outland Colossus or Will Breaker down, we're just going to be kind of laughing our asses to the bank. We're just going to hope that that's nothing too good. So we can weather this now quite nicely. We are still on 13 health. We've got 2 fatties about to come down, so 2 really good cards. I'm really tempted to play Will Breaker just so I can actually kind of grab one of his creatures next to the turn afterwards with the Frostlink. So he's swinging with these 2. Okay, all 3 of them. Interesting. So do I block any of these? I'm thinking maybe block this one, and then do I block one of these 2? I might block the Majoring. Do I block the Majoring? I don't know. It's tempting. He can sacrifice his Ember Hauler, so yeah. Do I just take the 4 damage? I might just take the 4 damage here. The 5 damage, sorry, because I'm going to take 1 damage from the Goblin Arsonist, or lose one of my Thopters. I don't know what yet. I'm thinking Outland Colossus here first. Okay, I'm going to lose one of my Thopters, which is fine. Now, I think Outland Colossus is probably the best play right now, just because it's going to give me a really good blocker on the board, and then I won't really have to worry about... So he's going to get rid of my Ember Hauler, my Whirler-Rogue, sorry. So we've still got a Thopter left. And he's got another Ember Hauler. Okay, that's fine. So hanging in there, we're hanging in there. Ooh, Undercity Troll. That's a really good card. But I think Outland Colossus is probably the best play here. So I'm probably going to skip blocking in case he decides to try and swing with the Subterranean Scout. We're going to play the Outland Colossus just because it's an awesome card. It's going to be a fantastic blocker. How many instances he got in here? Just the one, so even with the Fiery Impulse he couldn't kill this off, even with blocking something, so... Actually he could, actually. What am I thinking about? But he's going to play a Foundry Street Denizen. Okay, so he's going to swing with the Measuring Bully because he has to. So he's not going to swing with that one or that one. No, you have to swing with that one, mate, and it's about to die, so unlucky for you. Unless you've got removal for the Outland Colossus, that is going down the Swanee. You have to swing with this one. That's one of the staples of it. It's going to die. Okay, so we're going to block you. So obviously he didn't want to swing with this one, knowing that it was going to die, basically. So unless he's got one of his removal cards, which I know this deck has, such as a Twin Bolt or a Fiery Impulse, that was always going to die there. So that's good for us. Very nice. We've got another Whirler Rogue, so the one we lost earlier isn't too upsetting. So I'm thinking, do I swing with the Outland Colossus? No, I'm going to save it as a blocker for now and play the Will Breaker. Mostly because we can then use like Frost Links. And it does act as another pseudo blocker to say something like Foundry Street Denizen as well. So I don't know what card that is, but he's reluctant to play it. So I've quite enjoyed stalling out this aggro deck. Like, I knew that as soon as I could stall the aggro, I was going to be in a really good situation, which it looks like I am now. So, we do have Might of the Masses as well. So, do I nick one of these creatures? I'm thinking nick the Ember Hauler, just because I can then actually sacrifice it and nuke one of his other cards as well. So, yeah, I think we're going to do that. So we're going to nick the Ember Hauler. Like so. Which then becomes ours, which we can then sacrifice. Take out, say, for example, his Subterranean Scout. But you can still play the Undercity Troll at the end of my turn. And we actually get the Subterranean Scout for a second there, which is not the end of the world, but hey-ho. So I think Ahoni's been replaced by the AI. Fantastic. So, Tempo wins versus aggro. Fantastic. Yeah, this is a combination of a couple of different kind of tempo decks I've seen around. There's many different like variations of this. I know Hakeem and Legend VD have both put out a tempo deck, but this is just at the moment my own little spin on it, just because I don't have all the cards to make a kind of a finalized one. But we're looking pretty good here anyway. We've managed to stall out the aggro, sorry, and we can basically just kind of go hog wild here, swing with everything, just because we've got the Whirler Rogue to come down and provide us with some blockers. So. And this is going to get pumped up to a 12-12. Fantastic. And that's going to go to a 3-3. Let's play the Whirler Rogue. Get some bodies on the field. And then move on. So yeah, considering I've hardly playtested this deck, it is playing fantastically. I'm really enjoying this deck so far. What I've played of it, it's awesome. I don't even know what he's got there, but it must be god-awful for him to not be able to do anything. Like, not even play any creatures. What do we keep back? We keep back you and possibly you, just so you can't like destroy it with anything, I suppose. Although it could still get destroyed, but looks like we've won. Okay, let's move on to game number 2. Okay guys, so we're playing, I think it's Dragon Zombie for game number 2. So he is a rank 2, and I can't keep this because we've only got Forest there, whereas this is pretty much perfect. So we've got the Undercity Troll, Will Breaker and Kitefin, Capture Kitefins will come down later on. We'll start for the Forest here. So yeah, we've got a rank 2 Dragon Zombies 1020, and he's been replaced by the AI. Okay, we'll carry on playing though, just because, oh wow, I've just seen how badly he mulliganed down. You know what, this is going to be kind of easy, so I'm just going to I'm going to skip over this. It's not going to be interesting, so it's just going to be basically me, like, winning. So I'm going to cut here and see you in a sec for a third game. Okay guys, so here we are for game number 3, and this is a pretty much perfect opening hand. So we'll start off with the Hinterland Harbour. Depending on what my opponent plays, we'll either be dropping the Elvish Visionary or the Welkin Turn for either the card draw or just to get a body on the field, depending on... Okay, so he's playing a tap land, so I think we'll probably play the Elvish Visionary because we'd like to get to the Whirler Rogues as fast as possible. Oh, very nice, we even got Jesse and Thief, so play the Forest so we can play the Elvish Visionary. So draw an extra card. So we're looking for that 4th mana, ideally, which we have not found yet. We do have one of our tempo cards. We've got Harbinger of the Tides, which is quite nice. So what's Mr. Kimka? Rank 11. I'm up to rank 12 now. Actually, that's one of the highest I've been for a little while. see all these YouTubers on rank 40. I don't have time to be playing up to rank 40. My god, I barely have time to do my recording, let alone like grind all the way up to 40. But hey ho. So I shall... Oh, there we go. Actually draw into the 4th land that we need, and the 2nd blue source, which is pretty cool. So I'm probably going to skip attack here, and then just play the Jessian Thief. There we go. Marking turn may have been better there, but we do have the Whirler Rogues coming down from next turn, so we'll see how it goes. We're looking pretty good though. We've curved out very nicely in the end. Got that 4th mana that we need to almost play everything. We just need like 1 more mana really to get one of our win cons like Outland Colossus, and 2 mana to... So, okay, we've got green, blue, black. Interesting. I don't see many tri-lands, tricolour decks, sorry, at the moment, mostly because it's rather difficult to make them work. But, yeah. Okay, oh, we've even got a Will Breaker, very nice. So let's drop the Forest now. We'll then swing in with the Jessian Thief, see if he blocks. This will allow us to draw a card, which is pretty nice. Okay, so he's going to block, so we will kill the Elvish Visionary. It's fine by me. And let's play the Whirler Rogue. Yeah, 1 more mana and we'll get the Will Breaker, so we can use something like Harbinger of the Tides to start pinching his creatures. There we go, so we've got a really nice board at the moment. It's curved out really nicely. I mean, we've got another Whirler Rogue to come, which I might save, just in case, I don't know, Languish could be terrible. So I'd rather like keep something back like Whirler Rogue. Okay, he's played Nissa. It's fair enough. So we could do is get a Nissa of our own. Would be pretty cool. Very nice. We've got a Simic Guildgate here, so we'll play you now. I think we shall play a swing with the Thopters. Would probably be a good idea. I have a text message. I'm just going to look at it quick in case it's the wife letting me know she's going to be laid home from work. Let's have a quick look. Okay, and I think we'll keep back the Whirler Rogue and we'll play the Welkin turn this turn. There we go. So let's see what Nissa's going to do. Hopefully not a lot. Okay, so we've got an Outland Colossus. That is fairly terrifying. So we could do pinching that with a Will Breaker at some point would be pretty cool. We'll drop the island and then... So at least we've got blockers for it, such as the Thopters. She's pretty sweet. So... And also the Elvish Visionary. So we'll swing in with the Thopters for now. And then we'll probably play the Will Breaker. And then we've got potentially Harbinger of Tides to steal the Outland Colossus. So I'm in no hurry here. So we'll play Will Breaker now. Yeah, I can actually use the Whirler Rogue. What am I doing? I should have saved those. I could have actually used the Whirler Rogue to have pinched his 6/6. Okay, so Nissa has been flipped. It's fine. Yeah, next turn I can actually use the Whirler Rogue to actually pinch his 6/6, which is pretty crazy with the Will Breaker, because I can actually make... It says target creature can be... It's unblockable this turn, so... Okay, just put a 4/4 in play. Interesting. He's going to swing with this. He is going to swing with that. So we shall just chump block with the Elvish Visionary this turn because I wasn't thinking. Wild Size. Okay, so that is actually going to... It's going to go Renowned, which is fine, which is actually even better for us. So that goes up to a 14-13 this turn. I want to try this. So if we... Or we can play Harbinger of Tides. No, I'm going to try this. So... Choose a creature that can't be blocked, the Outland Colossus, and then we tap you two. Will Breaker activates, we pinch this, and it's still renowned as well, which is even crazier. Awesome, that's what I like to see. So I can't swing with these, but I can swing with you, so I'm actually going to swing at Nissa, just because I can then get rid of her. There we go. Goodbye Nissa, go to hell. Could play Whirler Rogue, although I'm thinking save it just in case there's a Languish on the board. And I need blockers. Because I'm suspecting a Languish at some point. As terrifying as that is. He's got black, so I'm hoping he doesn't have Languish. We do have a Guy's Revenge though, interesting. What can I use to block you? I'm thinking maybe Whirler Rogue. Or even Jesse and Thief, as it's kind of not going to be that useful. So I can actually, again, do the same trick with the Whirler Rogue and actually pinch his Guy's Revenge. Thank you very much. Ha! Bounding Crassus as well. Insane. So I can actually nick all of his creatures. So if we... So choose a creature that can't be blocked. Oh, can't be the target of non-green spells or abilities. So if I cancel you, let's try the Bounding Crassus instead. Because that's green. So I can actually pinch you. Thank you very much. I would like to use his ability, and I'm going to untap it as well. And then what we're going to do is... you can't be blocked. We'll tap the two creatures. Tap the two tokens, sorry. We get the token as well. And then we swing for huge damage. Look at that. That was beautiful. Wasn't that just beautiful? That was beautiful. If I do say so myself. That was like the ultimate tempo play there. Get in there. Wow. That was awesome. -10. Took both his Outland Colossus, his Guy's Revenge, and his token. Fantastic. Let's play a fourth and final game. Okay, so for our final game today, we are playing Digito and Dares. Was that? This is a keeper because we've got the Elvish Visionary and the Welkin Turn. So yeah, this is pretty good. So we'll start for the island for once. Yeah, Digito Andres. Oh my god, that last game, that was just pure insanity. I don't believe that turn. The Will Breaker is just ridiculous. Like, if you can get that down at turn 5 and just start targeting things, it's just bonkers. Okay, we'll play you, and because he hasn't... No, I'm going to play the Welkin Turn. I want to get the aggression going this time. So, yeah, we've got the Wild Size, Jesse and Thief. The only thing we can't play at the moment is the Harbinger of Tides. Harbinger of Tides. I've never known how to say that. We do have the Wild Size, Jesse and Thief, and the Elvish Visionary. Okay, so he's played his own Welkin Turn. Fair enough. So I could potentially Wild Size that, push through some damage and kill his creature off early on. Especially as I've just drawn into another Wild Size, so I think that is actually a pretty good play. Because that way we can use this later on to push through some damage with the Jesse and Thief. I want to see if he blocks, which he does, so we're going to Wild Size. Draw into another card. Get rid of his creature and push through 3 damage as well, just for kicks. Oh, very nice. We've even found ourselves the island. Awesome. Okay, red, white, and blue. Interesting. We have a top and free blade, which we can potentially. We should be able to block with the Jesse and Thief, which is pretty good. Very nice. We're drawing into more mana, so let's swing with the Welkin Turn, as it can't block the 2/2 anyway. So we'll do that. There we go. We'll play the Jesse and Thief as a blocker against the 2/2. Stop it becoming renowned. So yeah, he's playing a red, white and blue deck. So he's playing a tricolor. So it's obviously a either French, USA, Dutch, or even British flag, all colours. So very nice. Resonates with me being a Brit. Okay, so we've got renowned creatures. Interesting. So we've now got a 2/2 renowned creature, which he is deciding to swing with, because, you know, why wouldn't he? I don't think... What's he got that can actually... He's got Titan Strength. Okay, interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Doesn't have Trample, though, so it won't become renowned. Okay, I should have expected that. I should have let that go through, really, maybe. But we do have the Whirler Rogue now, which is pretty nice. So I'll swing with the Welkin Turn again. So at the moment we're just trying to outpace him, I think, would probably be the best way to play this. So play the Whirler Rogue, get ourselves some flying Thopters down. So at the moment we're hitting him in the air for 4, which is pretty sweet. Do I let these become renowned? It would be 6 damage on the board. This one will tap, so I can always bounce it with the Harbinger. Okay, he's playing a Sigil of Valor, so interesting. So I'm guessing he's probably going to attach it to maybe something like the top and free blade, which he is. Okay, and then Anointer of Champions, which he's playing as well. I mean, I could just kill this thing with... because he's completely tapped out. It goes up to a... I know, I would have to use all of these to block. So we're just going to block with the individual Thopter right now then. It's fine. I will accept that. Okay, we've got another Jessian Thief, which is good to see. We'll swing with our flyers here. There we go. So I think this turn's going to be the Elvish Visionary and the Jessian Thief. So make sure that we don't use all the green mana. This is just going to be a chump blocker for the 2-2, or the top and free blade, basically. So we draw a card. What we're going to get mana, which is nice to see. So we've got the wild size to come down fairly soon. So still got 3 damage going through every turn at the moment, which is awesome. Divine Favour, okay, so I'm guessing he's going to Divine Favour his top and free. No, he's going to Divine Favour the 2-2, okay. So he will gain 3 life, I think. Yep. Slightly frustrating, but never mind. He's going to play a Telling Time. See what he does. So I could do with bouncing that. If he knows, he can swing with just that one. Okay, interesting. So it becomes a 4-4. Again, I think we're just going to chump block here. No, actually I might... Do I let it become renowned? No, we'll chump block again. For now. I might have to let it go through soon. What we're going to get... Ooh, Undersea Troll. Very nice. So do I swing with the Jessian Thief and then potentially wild size it? No, we'll just swing with these two. For now. There we go. Play the Undercity Troll. Because we can regenerate that. Keep him from swinging in with that one every turn, which is pretty nice. Could even potentially kill it off with a wild size. I don't know about that. No, it won't be quite enough. So he's playing the Abbot of Carol Keep. Okay. Just trying to overwhelm me here. It's not going to work. We're looking good. Got to remain calm. What do you manage to find? He's got himself a Grasp of the Hieromancer. Wow, that is frustrating. What's he going to play it on? That one. Right, that is very, very annoying. So that's going to go up to some kind of like crazy, huge creature. So I'm guessing he's probably going to tap my Undercity Troll, if I was to guess. Yep, he is. So that's going to go up to a 6-6. Now, do I sacrifice something here, or do I take the damage? I'm tempted just to take the damage this turn. Yeah, we're going to have to take the damage this turn, I think. So it goes. Goes to a 7-7 at the moment, but that's not the end of the world. So we've got to remain calm. Stay in this. It's annoying that thing doesn't tap, basically. We've got 2 Harbinger of Ties now, which are almost completely useless. Because if that thing, if I could tap that thing somehow, I could bounce it and like remove all of those things from it. But it's frustrating that I can't. So what do I swing with here? 1, 2. Do I swing with the Jessian Thief and hope that he blocks with something? So I do have the wild size. Now I'm just going to swing with these 2. I'm probably going to play these out, or at least one of them out, just because I can then use it as a blocker. Basically, because I'm just trying to kind of stay in here until I can get lethal down, which will be within the next turn or 2. And we'll just keep playing these Harbinger of Tides just as chump blockers against this top and free blade. Okay, he's playing the Suntail Hawk, which isn't particularly good for me, so I might have to play Wild Size in the turn coming up just so neither of these gets killed. And he's got a Divine Favour as well. What's he going on? The 4-4, okay. So he gets 3 health back. So this is going very slow, as you can see. I'm determined to win this, though. So he's back up to 10. Yeah, if I could just bounce that, that would be insane. He'd lose a couple of cards. He wouldn't lose the Sigil of Valor, obviously. But he would lose everything else. That's going to get tapped. Okay, swing with the Abbot of Carroll Keep and the 5/7, so that won't get pumped. So, okay, so he is tapping that one. Okay. So, let me think about this. I'm going to block you, that one. Now, do I block with you and then wild size that? No, I'm going to have to take the 3 damage here, I think. So we take the damage. Just hang in here, guys. Hang in here. Ooh, very nice. Might of the Masses. That's what I like to see. Ooh, that could be a winner. How much damage would that push through? Say, for example, he blocked the 2/1. That would then do... I could play Hub. Can I afford all of this? So this is 2, 3, 6. I could afford all of this. I could play Harbinger of Tides. So that would push through 9 damage, so it's not quite enough. That's annoying. I might wait to use that till next turn, so we'll play that at the end of this turn. We'll play the wild size to keep whichever one he blocks alive for now. So swinging with you two. I'm assuming he's going to block with the Suntail Hawk. So we do have a winner, which is good. If he doesn't block, I've won basically with the wild size and the Might of the Masses. So he's got to block at least one of these. So he's blocked that one. Okay. So we will wild size. Actually, let me add this up. So hang on a minute. He's done... I'm going to push through. So that's only going to block 1 point of damage. So he's going to do... No, I've got a Might of the Masses here. Yeah, I can actually do this. I think. This should push through enough in theory. That's going to go up to a 4/3. No, it's not going to be quite enough this turn. But it will mean I am 1 kind of damage away from doing it. And we have the Rogue's Passage as well. So I'm actually going to save that until next turn. Play the Harbinger of Tides just so we're still in this. And we can always return the Abbot of Carroll Keep as well. Actually... no, I do not want him. I do not want him to get an extra card draw next turn. So I will not use that. If I bounced it back, he'd basically then get an extra card he could potentially play, so I don't want to allow him to do that. So this should be the win, because we do have the 2 flyers, so unless he can somehow get rid of both of these or play a flyer himself, although we do have the Rogue's Passage as well, so we'd have to get rid of both of these this turn. I think the only thing that could stop me No, actually nothing could stop me, because I've got the Rogue's Passage to just push through damage from any one of these creatures, so I have actually won, so... Whew. And he's been replaced by the eye because he knows that he's lost. Thank God for that. He's got the Welkin turn. So yeah, that's not quite enough here. Whew. Awesome. Thank God for that. So he's basically swinging with everything here. That gets tapped for some bizarre, crazy reason. So we're just going to chump block you and block you. And then, no point in sacrificing everything here. I let 3 damage go through. That does go Renown, but I don't really care right now. Okay, so we can now play out the Rogue's Passage. We'll make you unblockable. And then we win. Excellent. So, confirm attack. So unless he's suddenly drawn into a Twin Bolt, I should be good. There we go. Fantastic. So we win. Awesome. Let's go have a quick look at the deck. Okay guys, so let's take a quick look at the deck. So to start off with, he's got a Might of the Masses, as you saw. Perfect in that final game. Once you've got lots of these little creatures down, Thopters, all sorts of stuff, this is pretty good. And it's nice and cheap as well, so it goes with the whole tempo theme. Harbinger of Tides, obviously was kind of completely useless in that final game, but can be very good for kind of bouncing back. If say for example he'd put all those auras on something that wasn't a top and free blade, that would have been devastating to him. I could have bounced it, got rid of all those auras. His whole strategy would have been even worse. I was able to just kind of keep chump blocking and staying in there, but Harbinger of Tides can be more useful. You can also play it flashed as well if you pay 2 more mana, so it's either a 4 mana flash creature or a 2 mana normal kind of phase creature. Got the Welkin turn. This one was recommended by Legend VD in terms of it's just a nice cheap creature that you can play on turn 2. It's got evasion and it's just kind of it's just nice. The Undercity Troll. This is a great card with Regenerate and Renown. Elvish Visionary for some card draw. May add one more of these depending on when I actually get them. So I'm still missing 2 from my collection, so I've only got 2 at the moment. But yeah, it's a nice card. So it's just good tempo. So you play it on turn 2, you get the card draw as well. So it's just good. Only got the 1 Disperse. Would obviously like to have more of these in the deck, but basically it's just a bounce spell. So return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Displacement Wave. This is kind of in place of something like more Disperses. It could be useful. It's good against decks like Thopters, where you can mass disperse lots and lots of small creatures. But yeah, it's kind of there as a placeholder card, as like just kind of pseudoing for disperse at the moment, so you could potentially use it to get rid of maybe 1 or 2 cards. It does act on your cards as well, so it's kind of a double-edged sword. Jesse and Thief, only got the 2 of these at the moment, would like the 3rd one, but it's pretty awesome. So it's just a nice turn 3 card, 1/3 body. It does have prowess, so when you're playing one of your bounce spells, like, or even something like a wild size, it gets pumped up +1/+1, and then whenever it does deal combat damage to a player, I get to draw a card as well, so it's got that extra added tempo bonus to it. Frostlink's a nice 2/2 body, which can then tap a creature, and then it doesn't untap during its opponent's next untap step, and then it can also be used to activate something like Willbreaker, so it's doubly useful. We've got Bounding Crassus, so this one, it can actually be used to tap or untap a target creature, so we can actually use this potentially untap one of my own creatures as an extra blocker, or tap an opponent's creature to stop them swinging in, so it's pretty good, and you can flash it as well on your opponent's turn, so you can use it as a surprise blocker, or to tap their creature before they're able to attack, so which I think we did in, I don't know, did I use it, or was that on the game where I basically skipped over it because it was the AI the entire time? It might have been that. We then got the wild size, so a little bit of combat trickery to push through some trample damage, and then also the added bonus of drawing a card, so it's like triple whammy, +2/+2 trample and card draw, so it's just a really good utility card. Anchor to the Ether, I'd obviously like 2 more of these. It's a great 3-mana card where you can scry 1 and then also basically put a card on top of an opponent's library, and they have to then redraw it, which is pretty insane. If they're mana screwed, this one is particularly great. I've seen other YouTubers use this one to basically kind of keep trolling an opponent because they've been mana screwed on like 2 mana, and then they just put like a 2-mana creature back on top of their deck, so they've got no chance of drawing into any mana. Whirler Rogue, got all 3 of these in the deck. It's just excellent. As you saw in the first game, we could use it to actually activate Willbreaker and steal, what was it, the Outland Colossus and also the Guy's Revenge. And yeah, then it also puts 2 bodies on the field, so it's a great utility card for 4 mana. Got Separatist Void Mage, didn't see this come up today, but it's just another it's just another bounce card. So you get a 2/2 body down, and you also get to bounce a creature back to its owner's hand. Willbreaker, great card as you saw in the first game. So basically any of these cards which bounce, so Separatist Void Mage, or any card which has the targeted ability such as Separatist Void Mage, Whirler Rogue, Anchor to the Ether, Bounding Crassus, Frostlinks, Displacement Wave, and Undisplacement Wave, Disperse, and Harbouring of Tides. We can use every single one of those to activate Willbreaker. I've only got one of these just because it's kind of like a late game card. And it's very situational as well. You might not get as much value out of it as I did in the first game. It can be removed quite easily, only being a 2/3, but if it works damn well. Finally, we've got the Outland Colossus as one of our finishers, if it comes up. We didn't actually see this come up ourselves today. We used somebody else's Outland Colossus as a finisher, but when you do get this down, it can only be blocked by can't be blocked by more than one creature, and it has Renown 6, so it can potentially be a 12/12 creature. Finally, we've got the Capsho Kite Fins. Didn't see this come up in games today, but again, it's another one of those creatures where if you can play it late game and use it with something like Willbreaker, it gets huge amounts of value. So every time you play one of these little creatures, we can tap another one of my opponents. Say for example, we've got a Capsho Kite Fins down. We play Bounding Crassus. We can tap 2 creatures. It is awesome. In terms of the mana base, we've got islands, 10 islands, 7 forests. That may need to go up to 11 islands and down to 6 forests. I may have a play around, see how my blue mana distribution kind of balances out. In that game where I skipped over it against the AI, I did find myself being starved of blue lands, so I may rebalance it up to 11 and that down to 6. We then obviously got the 2 hinterland harbours, a rogue's passage to make something, let's say for example the Outland Colossus unblockable. That was clutch in the last game for pushing through that last little bit of damage. And then finally we've obviously got the 4 Simic guild gates. So that's the deck, that's some games. I do actually have enough gold to open a pack, so we shall do so. Let's buy you. Okay, so we're going to get, let's have a quick look. Farrakhan's Disciple, Molten Vortex, pretty nice. A Consul's Lieutenant, good for a Renown deck, my Renown deck. Anchor to the Ether, oh, we were just saying we're missing one of these and we've just gone and got it. So you will actually see this on the Tuesday gameplay. So I will be playing this deck again on Tuesday after making some changes to it. So I'll have a tinker with it over the weekend, maybe play with it a bit more. We've got Top and Free Blade from my Renown deck as well. And also another Farrakhan's Disciple. Okay, not a bad pack, not a bad pack. So that's the end of the episode for now. As always, guys, don't forget to comment and like if you've enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.